If you thought the heat of going viral for screwing your boss was hot, you take even more heat for screwing over a kid. Welcome back to the JP Reacts channel, my beautiful freedom-loving friend. This is where we call out lies, hypocrisy, corruption, and help spread the light of truth and freedom because truth conquers. When you thought the virality of the Coldplay Kiss Cam couldn't be topped, well, Philly Karen figures out how to top it with the exact opposite of human decency behavior. Now, we're going to walk through the incident. You've seen it, but I'm going to pull out some nuances that you might not have seen that'll show you exactly what the political leanings of all the parties involved are. And obviously, Philly Karen has gotten a bad rap, but I'll tell you why I think that dad deserves just as bad of a rap as well. Now, before we go through the forensics of what happened, familiarize yourself. This is Philly Karen. We can zoom in on her a little bit more. She got her precious baseball, took it from a kid. We zoom in a little bit more, and we see she does have her precious baseball. This is all that matters to her, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we're going to take a look at the broad strokes of the incident before we get into the nuances that you might not have seen. Also share with you some false information going around about Philly Karen. But first, this is at a baseball game, and someone hit a home run, and you know the drill. People act like maniacs trying to get foul balls and home run balls. They pretend it matters, and therefore it matters to them. And the rules of it are simple. Whoever gets the ball first gets it. It ain't cool to rip the ball out of someone else's hands. It's first come, first serve. Everybody knows that except Philly Karen. Let's take a look at the incident. There we go. We saw the dad run over, quick on his feet, and he got the ball fair and square. Proudly gives it to his boy. He's happy as a clam, and oh my God. Philly Karen did not appreciate that. Notice she's being booed by the entire stadium. She is very happy with herself. Now, I'm sure in her mind she was in the right. And when you have a stadium of 50,000 people against you, they're booing you. You're not even in the game. This isn't like an opposing player getting booed. But 50,000 people are against you as evidenced by their boos. If it's 50,000 to 1, there's a decent chance you're in the wrong. Karen's not the type of person to know that. Now let's take a look at a different angle. This is a close-up where you can hear Karen. The best way to describe it is she's shrieking at the dad. Take a look. Stick it from me. For all I know, that's actually Elizabeth Warren. I'm not totally sure. But if you thought Philly Karen was done there, you would be mistaken. She was on a rampage. Father got it, son got it, then some other fan got it. Presumably, he was yelling at her, as was the rest of the 50,000 people there. So this lady with no self-preservation instinct goes up, gets in his face. Mind you, she put her hands on the dad. She puts her hands on this guy. She's lucky to walk away from all this. Take a look. So this guy turned around yelling. This guy narrating it. I like him.
Oh, shit. She took it from the little kid, bro. Oh, shit. Get it, get it.
He's had a few too many, and the zoom action's a little much. There she is. People hate her. Oh, she proudly holds up the ball, flipping everybody off. It's hard to tell by the screen grab of this, but she's flipping everybody off while holding the baseball and her Karen glasses. If that's not symbolic, nothing is. And of course, congratulations to Philly Karen. She's getting a lot of attention, and I don't know if she's enjoying it, but I do know I'm glad she's getting this very well-deserved attention. By the way, Christmas is coming up. You can get your kids the new Karen Ball Snatcher doll, and rumor has it if you get the interactive version of it, she will come up and take it from your child after you give it to him. Now, before we get to how the dad is just as bad as Karen, take a look at an alternate universe. What happens when a good human being has a home run ball hit to him? Gives it to a kid in the row behind him, doesn't know him. The kid breaks down crying, hugging the stranger. That's not on Karen's watch, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we're actually going to hear from the father and son in an interview in just a second, but first, here's why Dad's no champion either. First of all, you look at him, he visibly shakes. He's confronted by a woman. That is hilarious. Now, when I first saw this, I thought this was like a staged incident for the stadium cams, because the way he's flinching like that, that's very liberal behavior, dare I say, where a man behaves like a woman and you have a woman behaving like a man, exuding a lot of toxic masculinity. And that's not okay for women to do. We'll get back to the video in a second, but first, have you ever checked the ingredients on your toothpaste? Most toothpaste on the market are filled with harsh chemicals and additives like triclosan, sulfates, titanium dioxide, which can pose risks with long-term use. You use them every day hoping for a healthier smile, but end up with irritated gums, sensitive teeth, and sketchy chemicals. It's time to swap out the chemicals for peptides. Introducing Smile Peptide Toothpaste by the Wellness Company, a breakthrough peptide paste designed to reverse gum loss through mouth regeneration. It's formulated with active peptides to support gum regrowth, nanohydroxyapatite to strengthen while remineralizing teeth, and PAP Plus to whiten without sensitivity. Smile helps you build a truly healthy mouth while staying fluoride free. Ready to make the switch? We'll get 15% off plus free shipping. Head to twc.health/jpreacts. That's twc.health/jpreacts. Take action for a healthier tomorrow. Now back to the video. Now, here's the complete political tale of everybody involved. And you can quote me on this because it's highly accurate. Karen, who acts like a bully, is a prototypical liberal woman. Acts like a bully. Check her haircut too, if you need this double verified. And the man, the father involved, guess what his political leaning is? Kind of looks like he has a tampon in, right? Tim Walz supporter? Am I going too far on this? And I'm going to break this down a little bit further for you so you can see the exact behavior that a man should never express. And I'm not talking about, oh, it's like he's scared of, I'd be scared of Karen too. But aside from shaking like a Tim Walz voter, there's a bigger issue at play that shows he's not a real man. Let's check this out. He's hugging his son, arms around his son. That's a protective position of the father. Now, in this moment, he's using this protective position to express affection for his son. That's a great thing for a dad to do. Now, there's a predator on the prowl. She has a softball haircut. Chances are she's got a Subaru Outback keychain in her pocket, and she puts her hands on him. He doesn't see her coming, but there's a threat involved. He feels an unexpected hand, his wife and daughter sitting on the other side of him. So watch how he responds when there's an instinctual threat in the environment. Right away, protect her arms away from his son. Now, ideally, a real man, dare we say like a Trump voter, there's a threat involved. We want to go into protection more. This man's just like, where's the Tim Walz, Gavin Newsom ballot? I want to cast my mail-in vote right now. While we still have Dad on blast, he has strike number 3 of beta male behavior. Now, this one's a little controversial. There's a good reason and a bad reason involved here. I don't know what his reason was, but there's a positive and negative to it. I'll walk you through both. Now, after being bullied enough by Karen, she's presumably shrieking at him. Karen doesn't take the ball from the kid. She's demanding it. She feels entitled to it, but you just saw Dad took the home run ball from his own son, gave it to Karen. Here's the negative of that, just stating the obvious. He bowed down to the socialist behavior. The socialist behavior says, you have something I want, and I feel entitled to it. Okay, I guess I better give that to you then. That's very weak behavior on the surface. Now, under the surface, there's a good reason for that behavior. You obviously have a lunatic woman. This woman's unhinged. Like, tune into your local rally to see her potentially reading to kids. I don't know. But she's obviously unhinged. Now, a good protector, you want to de-escalate situations. The guy's got his family right there. Son right here. Wife, daughter. De-escalation, while you don't get like amazing, wow, that was really macho behavior, is oftentimes the manliest thing to do is de-escalate a situation to get it removed from your family. This guy, what his intentions were, was he just acting in fear, or did he have his wits about him and say, I need this lunatic, crazy behavior away from my family, gave her the ball, and you literally see her walking away from his family. So that's strike 3 with an asterisk by it, because it could have been a smart move, but we don't know his motive. Now, before we hear the fake news that's going around the internet about Philly Karen, it'd be great if it was true, but it's unfortunately not. It's probably crossed your path, so I'm going to dispel the fakeness in a second. First, let's hear from the father and son who were interviewed on a local news show. Bit of a heartwarming story to a otherwise bitter situation.
The crack of the bat, watched the ball go up in the air, and I knew it was going to the right, but I didn't know where. So I just started going to the right a little bit, hit a chair and bobbled between the armrests, and I picked it up, turned around, and felt like Super Dad, walked back to Lincoln, put it in his glove, and gave him a hug.
It was exciting getting our first home run ball ever from all our games.
Andrew and Lincoln say they had no idea what was about to happen next in this now viral moment caught on camera.
When she screamed in my ear, that's when everybody saw how shocked I was. And
oh, shocked. You look like a beta male with a tampon in, buddy.
When I turned, I had to lean back because she was really close. She had many, many inappropriate words to say around my kids.
By the way, look at this lady witnessing it. Like, that's the emotion that is appropriate. This is absolutely appalling public behavior. Now, Karen, I'm sure she's typically in an abortion clinic, either receiving them or giving them. So human decency isn't really a part of her day-to-day. But nonetheless, someone let her out of her cage. She's in public. And this is the appropriate reaction.
All I could think was make her go away.
Now, if that's true, obviously his third strike ain't going to be counted against him. First 2 strikes absolutely are.
Does the right move. He says, I've got time for this. Trying to have a nice night with my family. Yeah, I'm good. Gives the woman the ball.
As for that young Phillies fan, both teams chipping in to create a happy ending.
A good deed does go noticed.
The Marlins gifting him a bag full of goodies, and after the game, Harrison Bader himself sending Lincoln home with a signed baseball bat.
It was really, really exciting. I would have still liked that home run ball to put in my room.
By the way, in the perfect world, you would see Philly Karen come in, hear from the background, reach over the chair, grab the bat. She just comes out of nowhere. She feels entitled to the signed bat as well. She's like, you wouldn't have got that if it wasn't for me. Give it to me now. But as of now, based on the most recent report, the bat is still in the kid's possession. Now, unfortunately, here is what appears to be the fake news about Philly Karen going around the internet. The fake news says she's been fired. And I have my reason why I think people are posting this all over the place. But first, let's see what, by all accounts, seems to be untrue at this point. Phillies Karen has been identified and fired from her job. Now, you love that. You love to hear that. You want to retweet this before doing your own research, right? I do. The Karen, a school administrator in a Jersey, has faced a wave of backlash with students flooding her Facebook page with hostile comments. According to reports, she is not expected to return to her position. Karma is real. And it appears as though a friend of mine, someone who I follow, very much respect, David Harris Jr., fell for this. where he spread this story as well, but he has since deleted this from his Twitter page, which suggests he fell for it for a moment, found out, oh, damn, I fell for it, and I gotta delete that, stay in integrity. But here's a reason why maniacs on Twitter would want to basically make something like that up and spread it around. You have someone with a small account, Maj, 633 followers, post a story that, appeals to people's emotional nature who want vengeance against crappy people. And that gets 4,800 views, which for a very small Twitter account, that's a lot of traction. So it's an easy, unfortunately spineless way to get attention on your Twitter page. And a lot of people have been posting this kind of thing, and some innocently falling for it. They believe it just because they saw it. Unfortunately, everything you see on Twitter isn't true. Where these people's motives is, I'm going to make something up people want to see. They want to spread it around because I want attention on my Twitter page. But nonetheless, America's favorite pastime has birthed a national treasure, which is Philly Karen. Let me know what you think about her and the father in the comments below. I'll look forward to hearing your thoughts, and I'll see you on our next video. But until then, stay free.